I am an astrologer, and I am going to be doing a Q&A today, which is different than what I normally do. I usually pull cards. I bring people on as co-hosts to like look at their astrology charts. But I thought today, oh, 9 dives. Wow, look at you remembering. How do I look? Do I look revived? Do I look? Actually, yeah, I am actually much better than I was yesterday. I did almost everything that I said I was going to do on my list. And guess what? Guess who woke up at 5? Well, I woke up at 5 a.m. and then I went back to sleep. And I woke up at 5:15 because I've set multiple alarms. I'm that kind of person that needs to set multiple alarms because I just don't want, it's just hard for me to wake up in the morning. And then, anyways, the point is, I woke up around 5 and I went to the gym. Look at me, okay? And then I'm eating, I'm drinking water. Look at me taking care of myself. So yeah, I'm doing better. Oh, thank you. So this isn't time though. I'm giving you guys free range to ask any questions that you have. So yeah, don't all come at once, guys. Don't throw all the questions at me. Other than that, I am editing a video, which I guess I can show you guys. Okay, well, first off, I have a full moon. This Sunday is a full moon. Okay, it's in the sign of Gemini, and I am hosting a women's circle. And I'm actually creating the ad for it. I was supposed to do that yesterday, but I ran out of time. I guess I can show you like kind of a preview of what that looks like. Hold on one sec. Let me flip my... Okay, so this is kind of what I'm working with here. Well, you guys can't see because it's sideways because this is going to be like a long form video. Wait, maybe I can show you it not sideways first. Hold on. So you can kind of see what that looks like. This is what a little women's circle looks like. You're literally sitting in a circle. We drink cacao. Oh, you weren't supposed to be seeing me as a baby. And then we do some healing, and then there's a bunch of women, and then that's what it's all included in there. So yeah, I'm kind of just adding, because every time we do a women's circle, we also we take pictures and we do like video clips. So I'm just adding some of the video clips from the recent one that we did, just so I can try to make it look like appealing to people who may want to join. And then I'll just add some text over it, and then maybe some music, and then I will run the ad on Facebook. So yeah, I wish there's a way that you guys can see me. I was just gonna ask what's going on with the moon this week. Ooh, so you mean the full moon or just the moon in general? Because the moon changes signs every 2 to 3 days. So today the moon is in the sign of Aries. But then it'll probably change either tomorrow. Like both, my son was going crazy. Oh, okay. Well, if your son has been going crazy in the past couple of days, the moon is in the sign of Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Wow, that's very Aries energy that your son did you. Yeah, because Aries is a fire sign, and it's all about like action, drive. But sometimes can stir up it's a passionate sign. So whatever that you're feeling when the moon is in Aries, you're gonna feel that more passionately. But sometimes it could be like anger too. So if you're feeling angry, it's gonna stir up those feelings. And the best thing that you should do anytime the moon is in a fire sign, you should release, in healthy ways, work out. But definitely when the moon is Aries, you may just be more frustrated or if you're not getting your way, or you're not like you have a lot of energy pent up and you're not able to like release it in healthy ways, like working out, like breathing, meditating. Like, I mean, it's a baby or a child, I guess you would say. I don't know if it's a baby or a child. Yeah, very emotional. That's normal. But yeah, but with moon, with Aries, 4 years old. Oh yeah, yeah. That's interesting that you mentioned that, because the moon energy, like what sign that the moon is in, will give you a lot. If you keep up with that, you can use that to kind of see how the temperament of your child is going to be, or anybody around you that you live with, and especially children though. So it's just funny, especially because what do you know what sign your child is? Your 4-year-old. Because also, if the sign that the current moon is in is not compatible with your 4-year-old or with your child, then your child probably be more cranky, be like angrier, or be more emotional. Or sometimes if the moon is in the sign of your child, like for me, I'm an Aries moon. Like that's my natal. That's the sign that was my moon sign that I was born with. So I resonate very well with this Aries moon. Yes, he's Sun, Libra, and I believe Moon and Gemini, but I'll have to check. So yeah. So Libra, Aries is the opposite of Libra, okay? So that means that your Sun, internally, his feelings are going through like emotional oppositions. Therefore, like his needs are in two different areas, and it's maybe conflicting, and he's a kid, so he doesn't really understand that. Even adults sometimes, when you're feeling like internally emotionally conflicted with whatever, then you're gonna, and then if the moon is in Aries, that describes how our feelings are gonna come out passionately, angry, but like but also, like I said, needing to if I had a child that was 4 and he was he was just emotionally all over the place, and I knew that the moon was in Aries, I would take my child to let him or her release that energy. Take him to a park, take him to a play place for him to just go run wild. They need to release that energy, let go of that energy. I don't know, put some music on, dance, or I don't know, just whatever you do with 4-year-olds to get them out of that energy, I would say is a good idea. For me, it's interesting because every time, because I document, like I journal a lot, and I pay attention to what the astrology is, and I try to journal and see how it aligned with me. And I noticed, like, for me, naturally, I need to work out. Like, I don't really like to work out, like, go to the gym. I do like to dance and stuff, but I do like to go to the gym because I just want to, like, have, like, muscle and just certain things like that and just strengthen myself. But I haven't been in a while, and I just, like, today got the drive to, like even the moon entered in Aries yesterday, and I, like, had this increased energy to like get shit done. So I was like doing a lot more than, and that's the thing. Another thing is like, it's cool to see what sign the moon is in, because then you can, like, if you have stuff to do, like doing it like when the moon is in Aries, or like that'll give you, that's a good that's a good energy to like get stuff done, because you'll be like more productive, because Aries wants to like do stuff, wants to move, wants to take action. It has this drive. So yeah, yesterday I just was like, I did so much in like one day, and then today I woke up and I was like, I'm ready to go to the gym, and I've been lagging for the longest. Like, I'm gonna go to the gym and go, and then I just don't. And so yeah, and now like I win and I feel good. But also, I'm gonna just say, this is another thing, and this is like, I'm sure all of us is of age, but another thing that the moon in Aries stirs up is like sexual desire. So if you're like more like sexually inclined, like hornier and stuff like that, that will also happen, because that's another thing about drive. Aries, it rules drive. That can be like motivational drive, like wanting to get stuff done. It could be like anger drive. It could be if you're already happy, then you're just more happy and outward and just want to like express it. or like your sexual desire drive, you know. So that's just another thing that is just kind of like an extra. But yeah, so that is I'm looking. Hold on, I have to read. My son is Sagittarius, Moon in Virgo. Wow, so it's your season today. I mean, not today. Well, it's been your season. Did your birthday pass already? Oh my gosh, actually, it's so funny that you say that. I'm just realizing you're the same. My brother is a Sagittarius sun, Moon in Virgo. That's so interesting. He's a trampoline. I'm learning more and more. Me too. I shipped some orders today. Oh, cool. What do you sell? Gym or home yoga? Are you asking me that or saying that you do that? Yeah, that's me too, actually, though. Well, I don't know if that's a question or you're just telling me. I'm assuming you're just telling me because that's me. If I go to the gym, I'll go to the gym. If I don't go to the gym, I like to do home yoga as well. Even though I used to in the past go out to like a yoga studio, which I'm an Aquarius, so I like to be like I love group classes. I like to be around like a group and like like-minded people. So I used to go to yoga, but then I just feel so it's hard to do that because you could just do it from home, and yeah, that's like a cost. But yeah, I do. Those are my two things that I love to do is yoga, and well, I don't really love the gym, but it feels good afterwards. So, um, let's see. Yeah, he keeps pulling his pants down, but he played with what? Well, he pulled his pants down, but he played with the little girl. Oh wow, yeah. Watch your son there. Watch your son. The 5th was my birthday. Oh, cool. Well, happy belated birthday to you. I hope you had a good time on your birthday. Oh my gosh, now this is like good that you're here. So what did you do for your birthday? And do you feel like you identify with like the Sagittarius themes? Um, like do you like to are you very growth oriented? To my knowledge, like Sagittarius is all about expansion. They want to expand their mind, they want to expand like physically, like they like to like go places, like traveling, exploring, being on different adventures, and they want to do that to learn different things so they can kind of grow themselves and become like the best like version of themselves. But they also like to explore, like they want to know like the meaning of life and everything like that. So like that's probably why I know that a lot of Sagittarius like to travel, but they also like to like be around people from different cultures and different ethnicities and backgrounds, so they can kind of like learn from just different people. I know that Sagittarius people are like a good time too. Like they are definitely like if you want to have a good time, be with a Sagittarius person because they just I know. Well, I feel like younger Sagittarius people be like the partiers or big or like maybe drinkers. They just like to have a good time, lighthearted energy, not take life too seriously, that kind of thing. But they also can struggle with indulgence, like overindulgence, which means like sometimes they can be like heavy like drinkers or like not heavy drinkers, but they can like drink a lot because they just like to like have fun and be in that, or they can be like overly like they're also very like optimistic and like ambitious, and like positive vibes, which is great. But then sometimes when life gets like hard and like there's not positive vibes, that can be kind of challenging for Sagittarius energy because they just want to have a good time. So yeah, I just think sometimes that Sagittarius energy just be balanced is great, a good thing to have, and not to like overindulge in like the things that you probably shouldn't, like alcohol or maybe sugar or just eating not the best or whatever, just because it's like good vibes and it feels good and makes you feel good and all this stuff like that. But yeah, super like big on like learning new things, exploring, trying having new experiences, and also being like spontaneous too. I think that's a big Sagittarius theme. Not having everything like super like planned out, like, or not, just being like going with the flow type of thing. So that's my Sagittarius seasonal rant. Let me see. Let me read. Okay, I'm not gonna respond because I'm gonna respond to like the later, but I'm reading. You said crystals or holistic products. Well, is that? I feel like both. Yeah. Well, no, actually, no. I would say, well, what are holistic? Well, I guess holistic products would be like what? I mean, that's general, but I guess I would say holistic products. Over crystals. I do like crystals, but I probably would just. I'm assuming you're asking me that. My household. Oh, you're just telling. Oh, okay. My household feels like a constant mess. Husband is Scorpio, daughter is a Taurus, and I'm a Capricorn. Wow, that is quite the mix. Interesting. Your daughter's a Taurus, and you're a Capricorn. Wow. That is a good. That's interesting. Scorpio is opposite from Taurus, so I wonder how your husband and your daughter's relationship is. They're opposite. That's not a bad thing. They're just like the yin and the yang. They how do you describe it? Yeah, they're the yin to each other's yang. So they actually will if they pair together, they will work together because Scorpio lacks what Taurus has, and Taurus lacks what Scorpio can provide. But sometimes can clash because of their differences. But if they learn to like mesh it together, then they will be like a power dynamic. And then with your Capricorn, that's the Earth sign. So you and your daughter may have really like a good like you may like bond easily. That's so interesting about Capricorn and Scorpio. I see a lot of those pairings a lot. Which honestly works too because Scorpio is a water sign, Capricorn is an earth sign, so earth and water does well together. Also both very. I feel like that's a good business oriented people. Like those people are probably like very good like workers and like money managing people and stuff like that. Don't know what qualities to pull from the make things more harmonious. Well, I stayed home, ate cake, and got flowers. I went live on the 7th, but for the most part, took a little drive to the store and came home. Okay, nice. I went live on the 7th. We are a good time. I don't drink. Oh, that's good. One drink and I'm good. Talk about lightweight. Same. Honestly, I don't really drink either. And I definitely can't have more than one drink. Well, actually, I could probably do 2, but I have to really, really pace myself. And then when I have a drink, I mean like maybe one shot, even if that in it. So that's my version of a drink. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure if you drink too much, you can control your mouth. That's funny. Oh, you're saying you sell those? Oh, you sell crystals and herbs and Oh, okay, nice. I'm gonna have to go and check you out. That is so cool. Yeah, I work at a metaphysical store, so I know all about all of those things. I'm a social media marketer for that store, so I have to like market all the products and all the classes and services and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Very, very cool. Wow. Okay, so does anybody have any more questions? Thanks for all the. Glad to meet you too. Thank you for like coming on with your energy, like very Sagittarius energy, just out there, just talkative. I love it. I love that. Although it's interesting though, let me tell you, I'm a Pisces rising, and I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. And I do know that Sagittarius and Pisces energy are kind of like opposite. They're actually opposite too. And I always wonder because I do love, but they're also Jupiter ruled, so we both are about expansion, and like growth. But I think Sagittarius looks for expansion and growth through their experiences, and I look at it like Pisces energy looks for expansion and growth through their like spiritual connections. Like it's internal. We're worried about like internal growth, and internal connections, and Sag is like they like gain it from like outside sources. Which is also interesting because my boyfriend is a Sagittarius rising, so Scorpio sun, Sagittarius rising, and he has Sag stuff in his chart too. So it's just a like interesting like pair with that, and like my brother's is a Sagittarius, and yeah, so it's just I love Sagittarius energy, but there is like differences for sure. uh, let's. I feel like we all use our strengths against each other. It seems we're all competitive instead of sinking. None of us are followers, it seems. Oh, you use all your strengths against each other? It seems we're all competitive instead of sinking. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, wait, so you said you're Capricorn, which I feel like Capricorns just recently finished going through like a big transition. So if the past couple of years for you have been, I mean, not even a couple of years. I mean, if life has been in general, like you went through a rough patch or some difficulties or some like changes, like major transitions, kind of something that may have felt like a death and a rebirth for you, like things that had to end for you to like become anew and like be reborn again in certain areas in your life. Know that was intended. That's what you were meant to go through, and now hopefully you should start feeling. I would say like 2025 will probably be a really good year for you. If you have let go of the things that no longer like serve your highest well-being, which I feel like you may have went through that already. So I think, yeah, I think that things should be like the weight should be lifting off of you, especially like next year. Taurus energy or Taurus people are going through major changes right now, and that's been happening for a couple of years too. So if your daughter, I don't know how old your daughter is, but if she's been like, I mean, I don't know. It depends on how old she is. I don't know if she's older or younger, but if she's been in like a rebellious stage or like needing like freedom or like doing things to like just rebel or gain her freedom in some way, or she's just going through changes, that's normal. Okay. Like Taurus people are kind of going through like their life is kind of like a freaking tornado right now. They're like wake up one person, another person, or maybe just like are kind of uncertain, or just there's a lot. And then also it's uncomfortable because Taurus energy is very, they like comfort normally, like naturally having are not really good or the best with change. So though they're having to change in certain ways, which could bring up uncomfortable feelings. So I don't know, that resonates with you. And then Scorpio, they always, I love Scorpios, but I feel like they're always going through a freaking, their whole life is transition and death to rebirth. So I feel for them just in general because they're always going through some freaking sort of like emotional, internal, deep transition. So, yeah, yeah. My sister is Pisces. Her moon is Sag. Wow. Wow, dang. So a lot of people in your family have Sagittarius energy. That's so cool. And that's very common as well. Usually the people in your family share similar astrology to you, especially like your friends and your boyfriend. And if it's not similar, it's usually compatible. But definitely like, yeah, people in your family. That's very spot on. Oh, you said your daughter. I believe you said it was your daughter. She's 4, 5, around. Or wait, I'm assuming you said that 4, 5. Won't talk, extremely rebellious. Yeah. Wait, is she 4 or 5 or 45? I'm confused. Well, I'm assuming she's younger than that. But yeah, that's normal right now. They're trying to figure themselves out right now. They're going through a change, and they need to kind of rebel a little bit, or they need some sort of freedom to change. I will just say, have empathy with them. Know that it's just a part of their what they're going through right now, and help them. This is what you can do: help them to stay grounded if you can. Like, they need routine in their life, even though they may change it. I mean, I don't know, they may just be going through a lot, but like doing things that help them stay grounded through this like chaotic energy that they may be going through is important. Um, like, I mean, I would say going outside, being around nature, but I know it's cold. But or like, I don't know, meditating would be amazing. That would be great. Breath work, or doing anything that keeps them out of their mind. I mean, they're probably naturally grounded people, anyways. But with all this like change, it may be like internally once again. But they crave security and stability. So being in like a stable environment, or like having like a routine, or some sort of like things that they do every day that makes them feel good, like drinking tea in the mornings or whatever. They need to have like grounding, like a daily ritual of some sort that helps them ground their feelings, connect to their body, have nice sounds playing in the background. I don't know, like nice calming music, or a nice like sense, like doing things that help them connect to their senses, some good food, just stuff like that will probably be a little bit helpful. Sun's father is Gemini, and Sun Gemini. Oh wow, that's interesting. Okay, so I did say that. I didn't mean, I said that Sagittarius and Pisces are opposite. They're not. Sorry, they're squared, meaning that they can like like they're just different in different ways. Like, they're different, and sometimes they can create friction in certain ways, because like I said, Sagittarius is outward energy, Pisces is inward. Just different in that way, but have similarities, but their differences can make them clash a little bit. Um, Now, the opposite, the opposing, is Gemini. So that's interesting that you're like yin, or you're the yin and your yang is Gemini energy. So you both actually are like opposite, but coming together, if you're able to like, I mean, there is it. Astrology is also more than your sun sign, so they can have other stuff in their chart that just doesn't work well with your natural stuff in your chart or your energy. But usually, they may feel attracted to each other. Either you really like each other, or you really dislike each other at first, because you both lack what the other person doesn't have. I mean, like, you both, you know what I mean? You both make up for what each other lacks, but it could not. I mean, it could be either good, or it could be like bad, and you guys are just like enemies or something. Ah, you're Scorpio, divine feline. Wow. So tell us about you. What is it like being a Scorpio? Oh my gosh, I have to like. I mean, first off, yeah, I like have big respects to Scorpio, because, like I said, they're just. I just feel for Scorpios. That's just it. Um, yeah, you have hit everything on the head. That's wild. Well, great. I mean, I am an astrologer. I do this. This is like my whole life. Okay. 4.5 Oh, 4.5. Okay. Right? My Pisces can't handle their drama. Oh, you're Pisces. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it can be, it can be, it can be let me just tell you, Sag love their energy because they also are they are very truthful people. If you want somebody to tell you the truth like it is, go to a Sag person. But also understand that they are not going to consider your feelings. They're going to tell you like it is. And if it sounds harsh, it's probably going to sound harsh, actually. And for Pisces people, we're very, with Pisces energy people, we're sensitive. I just realized that about myself. With my Pisces rising, because I am an Aquarius, and I really, for the longest, thought that I was not sensitive. I didn't even want to be called that. I was like, I'm not sensitive. But I realized I am. And I hate it. I hate that I'm sensitive. And I do get, feel some type of way if somebody says something. If their tone is off or if they use, a curse word in it, which, once again, Sag energy will do that. My boyfriend was a Sagittarius rising. And I really be in my feelings about it. But I've had to learn. But also the Aries moon, fucking respects that. I'm like, yeah, tell me the truth. But also, can you say it a little nicer? I don't mind the truth, but dang, that was harsh. So, just being self-aware though over time. That's why it's also, I think it's cool if you know your partner's astrology, then you can use, not use it as an excuse. I don't think that you should be oh, this is who I am, this is my energy, so this is who I am. No, you should definitely learn to work on the things that you need to work on, not being as for Sag, maybe thinking about it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And maybe Pisces, knowing that Pisces energy is just naturally sensitive, so maybe try not to take everything to heart. Maybe understand that everybody, they didn't mean it in the way that they maybe said it or something. Don't be overly I don't know, take everything hard, I guess you would say, which is hard. So yeah, totally understand that. What do you love about being a Scorpio? And okay, I would just say divine feline. What are your favorite astrology placements? Or who are you compatible with? And it is what it is. I feel that's a good Sagittarius what do you call it? Freak. Statement. It is what it is. Yep. Oh yes. That's another one. Yes, mouth being lethal. Oh, that's a fantabulous way to put it. That's right on the money. Right on the money. And then also, right now, Mercury is in Sagittarius, which means this is the collective way that people communicate right now. But it's retrograde. So there may be a lot of that lethal mouth energy happening, saying stuff. Honestly, let me just ask, as a Sagittarius, I'm glad you're here. I want to know, do you ever regret what you say? Do you ever say things and be like, oh shoot? Do you ever think back and be like, okay, that was a little harsh. I could have said it differently. Or do you just be like, yeah, I said it and I don't care. Why are they being so sensitive? I just need to know. Is there a heart under there? Do you ever think dang, I went a little in. I didn't even I just curious. Just curious. But yeah, that is the collective energy. So if there's been a lot of people saying stuff as it is, especially Sagittarius energy, but just in general. But then also, I don't know. I feel with the retrograde, it may be anytime Mercury's in retrograde, there's communication issues, meaning that it's hard to have the best conversation with people right now, because I feel like, especially any people with Sagittarius energy, because I feel like mentally they're like very ungrounded right now and just kind of like figuring things out. I feel like, I don't know, it's just kind of chaotic energy right now when it comes to trying to have conversations. So I would really, really say, as an astrologer, probably don't take anything that, especially people with Sagittarius, like really don't take it to heart and don't take it seriously, and know that they're just kind of going through it right now. And Sagittarius, I mean, this Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius is going to be ending finally on Sunday. Okay, so I would say anytime after Sunday will be a good time to have like any conversations that you think that will go well, like you need to have, because like I feel like it's going to be a rethinking. Like anytime that was whatever happened during Mercury retrograde, let's just not count that, if that makes sense. So I hope that brought some clarity. But in general, I would say that for anybody, like if you want to have like serious conversations with people or just whatever, I would just wait until after Mercury retrograde, because on Sunday, because like communications is just all out of whack right now. That's the energy. Also, you're supposed to slow down really during Mercury retrogrades, or you often encounter things that slow you down, like delays, like having to redo things, like maybe like taking the wrong turns, maybe car stuff, but definitely like could have like more arguments or more like just miscommunications happening. My phone is totally about to die. I need to hurry up and go charge it. Hold on. I need to go charge my phone. We have 4 minutes. Let's see. 1 sec. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me read this the last. So, is there any way to help when a Scorpio seems always up and down from one day, from one day to the next? Does that sound typical? Oh, yes. Yes. Heavy on the yes. For sure. Hold on. Let me close my door. Let me just say that I can do a whole episode on that. That would just be a whole nother hour. But let me just, to keep it simple, yes, it's normal for Scorpio or people with Scorpio energy to be going through a lot of high highs and low lows. It's not personal. It's just how they work through their emotions. I would just say giving them space, having patience is huge. Letting them deal with their stuff. They need to retreat to deal with their internal emotions. So giving them space to work through that without judgment is very important as well. But definitely takes a lot of patience, because it can be difficult at times. So that's just the quickest way I can put that. I can go into more detail later at a later time. Yes, me and my sister bump heads a lot, but she always wanted me to put her. Me and my mom are both Scorpios and are best friends. Oh, that's lovely. I think they are sensitive, but then I do think about what I said, but still don't think of a better way. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Fair. I just leave it where I left it and move on. You're not a bad person. I think that makes so much sense for Sagittarius energy. For people with Pisces energy, we're like And then I know for me, being an Aquarius, I'm an overthinker. Then I have Pisces energy, and I'm like very overly concerned with another person's feelings. So much so that I may not even tell the truth, or I may like try to package it in something pretty, or maybe give people the benefit of the doubt, which is actually not good because some people need to freaking hear the truth. But but yeah, so I think those are like two extremes. But for me, if I like said something mean, it'll eat me alive, and I will feel so bad and be like, okay, like then I'll go to them and be like, you know what, that thing that I said or how I said it, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it that way, or I'll like try to like I'll just overthink it or feel really bad. Rather than I feel like Sagittarius energy, kind of like you said, it's just like, well, it was the truth. I don't even know how, they don't like think about it, overthink it like that. So that's funny. So I don't think, no, not a bad person at all. I love everyone and I love people, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather be alone with my thoughts. Understood. I like women, Scorpios, not too much the men. Understood with that. She had to close the door. No, I had to close the door because I don't know if you guys can hear, I'm watching clothes, and I don't know if you can hear my washer. Astrology works because God put these divine laws in place, which the cosmos obey, but the mistakes is seeking the stars for wisdom rather than source. I would definitely, that's an interesting point of view. I definitely feel like if that, I think that's great. I think that's great if that resonates with you. I think everybody has their own like interpretation. Astrology is definitely accurate. But I think I use it more of a tool. I think the answers truly are within us. And I do believe in higher power. Yeah, I personally believe in, let's just say higher power. And I try my best to not let astrology like rule my life. Like I try to find the answers within first. So like meditating, journaling, and then I like to look at the astrology like afterwards, because I have gotten to a point in my life at a certain point where I was heavily too reliant on astrology. And then I lost connection within myself, and they're gonna align ultimately. Like if you're living your truth, then your astrology is gonna be on point, So that's just my experience though. Thank you for all your information. You don't know how much. Wow, well, that's so good. Great show. Oh, yes, well, no problem. This is great. I'm challenging myself to go live for every day for the month of December. I come on from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is called Just Creations, or I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. And so if you want to find me there, I'll put my information here. And I also do consultations and astrology readings, but I'm not offering that yet. I'm going to probably offer that like in the next week or two, and I'll give you guys my website and all that stuff for there. But yeah, this was fun. Join me again whenever you can, and have a great day.